good, y'all? Welcome back to my channel, Chrissyy Talks. Y'all can call me Chrissyy, and let's go ahead and jump right into this video. Who shot Meg was one of the most infamous questions of 2020, and we are finally in the process of getting that question answered as the trial between Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez has finally started this week. Now, you guys know me, we like to run things back, so we gotta go ahead and go back to that year and talk about what really happened since then, especially because your girl hasn't been here, but you know, we back, we're here with it, so let's go ahead and talk about it. So on the evening of July 11, 2020, Megan, Tory, and her best friend Kelsey Harris was over at a get-together in Kylie Jenner's home in Hollywood Hills.
We had to come kill the streets for 5 minutes. Tory, don't get my phone wet.
The next morning, Tory was arrested at 4:30 for having an unregistered firearm in his vehicle after shots were reported fired, and Megan Thee Stallion was suffering from gunshot wounds. Initially, Megan did report that she cut her foot on glass because during this time there was a rise of police brutality with cases such as George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, so she did not want anything bad to happen to her, Kelsey, or even Tory. She was fearful that the police might have shot first and asked questions later. Eventually, a video was released showing So eventually, especially with this video out, Megan did come out in a statement that is now deleted, and she revealed that she was actually shot. She stated, "The narrative that is being reported about Sunday's morning events are inaccurate, and I'd like to set the record straight. On Sunday morning, I suffered gunshot wounds as a result of a crime that was committed against me and done with the intention to physically harm me. I was never arrested. The police officers drove me to the hospital where I underwent surgery to remove the bullets. I'm incredibly grateful to be alive and that I'm expected to make a full recovery, but it was important for me to clarify the details about this traumatic night. I'm currently focused on my recovery so I can return back to my life and back to making music as soon as possible." In addition to this, Megan did go on live to further confirm that the shooting did happen.
I was shot in both of my feet. I was shot in both of my feet, and I had to get surgery to get the shit taken out, get the bullets taken out. And it was super scary.
Now, Kelsey, her former best friend who was in the car, did come out with a statement saying, "I want to clear up the rumors that I shot Megan. I wasn't the one with the gun and would never do something like that. However, I was present." At the time that this happened, there was a lot of allegations, a lot of rumors, and a lot of controversies about what really happened. And a lot of that attention was actually turned towards Megan because people were claiming that she was lying after she initially stated that she cut her foot on some glass. Eventually, Megan couldn't take it anymore, and she went on live on August 20th, 2020, and officially named Tory Lanez as her shooter.
So, since y'all hoes so worried about it, yes, this nigga Tory shot me. You shot me. And you got your publicists and your people going to these blogs lying and shit. Stop lying. Why lie? I don't understand. I tried to keep the situation off the internet. But you dragging it. You really fucking dragging it. Motherfuckers talking about I hit this nigga. I never hit you. Motherfuckers was like, oh, she mad because he was trying to fuck with Kylie. No, I wasn't. Like, you dry shot me. Like, everybody in the car, it's only 4 motherfuckers in the car. Me, you, my homegirl, and your security. Everybody in the car arguing. I'm in the front seat. This nigga in the back seat. I get out the car. I'm done arguing. I don't want to argue no more. I get out. I'm walking away. This nigga from out the back seat of the car started shooting me. You shot me. I ain't get cut by no glass, but let me tell you why they saying that. When the police, because the people in the neighborhood, there's a witness. When the police came, because the neighbors called the police. This did not happen at Kylie's house. This happened damn near back at the house I was staying at. I was just trying to get home. We was 5 minutes away from my spot. The police come. I'm scared. All this shit going on with the police is shooting motherfuckers for anything. The police was literally killing black people for no motherfucking reason. Soon as the police tell us all get out the motherfucking car, the police is really aggressive. You think I'm about to tell the police that we niggas, us black people, got a gun in the car? You want me to tell the laws that we got a gun in the car so they can shoot all of us up? Nigga, I'm scared. It's a fucking helicopter over us and some more shit. Why the fuck would I tell the laws somebody got a gun in this car and this nigga shot me? So I can get shot, you can get shot, she can get shot, he can get shot. I ain't tell the police what happened immediately right then because I didn't want to die. The police finally let me go. I ain't go to jail. Them 3 motherfuckers went to jail. I get to the hospital. The doctors do x-rays on my feet. Oh, ma'am, you got bullets in your feet. You got bullet fragments in your other foot. I'm thinking the doctors is the police, so I'm still trying not to tell them, like, nah, I didn't know I got shot. You know what I'm saying? I'm scared. Like, I've never been shot before. I don't have to lie about that. If you really want to tell the motherfucking truth, I've tried to save this nigga. Even though he shot me, I tried to spare him. And y'all motherfuckers is not sparing me. That's crazy. You scared to come tell everybody that you fucking shot me, and you got your whole fucking team on the internet lying, trying to cover your motherfucking ass. And I'm tired of it.
So she said that she was sitting in the front seat, Tory and Kelsey were sitting in the back, and during an argument that ensued, she walked out of the car, and while she was walking away, Tory allegedly shot her from behind in the back seat. So he was standing over the back seat window and he was shooting at her, allegedly said, "Dance, bitch," which is just very wild if he said that shit. And he allegedly shot her from behind. Now, a lot of people were waiting to hear back from Tory, who officially broke his silence the next month later when he released his album, Daystar. And we're just gonna read some of the lyrics from that album. Since the event, you never called me, but you can't deny me. If you got shot from behind, how can you identify me? Now, Meg would eventually say that she looked behind after the gunshots were fired, and she saw Tory allegedly standing over the window with the gun in his hand. As soon as I get my masters back, they wanna chatter. Now I'm independent, niggas won't fend it. White labels trying to turn my black folk against me. So around that time, Tory did go independent, and he kind of made a part of the narrative that because he was going independent, the white labels were using this story so that people would not stream his music. Now, the interesting thing about this theory is I'm sure stories like this has happened before because, you know, it's money and power involved. And there's even conspiracy theories that with even rappers like Tupac, who was trying to leave death row and he ended up getting shot later on, this might have been a conspiracy done by the label because they would be losing millions of dollars. So I definitely feel like there are some levels of foul play when artists try to pull away from a major record label and they start to lose millions of dollars. But I don't know if this is the case in Tory Lanez' situation. He goes on to say, "Girl, you had the nerve to write that statement on the affidavit, knowing I ain't do it, but I'm coming at my truest. Trying to keep this shit 200 with you, shorty, I can prove it. But them people in your ear, they're the true ones that I fear. They really got you thinking Tory Lanez would do you in for real." So at this point, Tory and Megan are both telling each other, Megan from that live and Tory from this song, they're telling each other that y'all people, y'all publicists are putting out this story. Niggas, y'all can play me, y'all can frame me, but I'ma reach the top. I would never put you in no danger, and if I did, you would have said it when you seen the cops. Gotta see a couple questions. How the fuck you get shot in your foot, don't hit no bones or tendons? How the fuck your team is trying to paint me as some whole menace? You was my bitch, not only that, you was my nigga. Got me through when all these niggas hated. You started taking me too serious, and that's when all this desolated. You yourself don't even know the full story. Why are you letting people escalate it? And I know you got them people in your ear, but we both know the situation. Niggas hate it. But when does it get strange? When you start lying to your best friend about us doing things and hoping she ain't entertaining? Or is it strange when the loving come with secrets and the games? So in saying this, and we'll talk about this more later on in the video, but at this point, 2 months after the shooting occurred, Tory was claiming that Megan and him had some kind of relationship and it got too serious. He also says that she doesn't even know the full story, which is because all of them was drunk. Tory, Megan, and Kelsey. So who's to know that any of them really know the full story? Now in his song Queen and Slim, Tory gets into the details about what he claims happened that night. He says, house calls to Jordan Wood's house, knocked out and woke up on the couch. Woke back and drove to your crib. This time I just know what it is. Next time the pool with you and Kylie. Hopped in it coolin', nigga wildin'. She was looking like a fucking angel. Me and Kylie still off in the pool. We was chillin', kicking, shit was cool. Both of us didn't know you was trippin'. Even though I got a crush on Kylie, I would've left with you if I knew you was dippin' for the simple reason. You invited me, but I can't act like SH0T didn't excite me. I took a wrong turn that night, but not the turn that everybody think. I wasn't the wrong one that night. You was just too drunk to even see it. Wasn't anticipating. I never put you in no situation. I never even had an argument with you. So he is reiterating the allegation that because him and Meg had some type of relationship, Megan was drunk and belligerent and she was jealous that he was kind of flirting with Kylie. And again says that you were just too drunk that night. You don't even know what happened. Now, it was recently brought up during the trial that surrounding allegations that Kelsey might have been the one that did it. Tory Lanez responded to a comment under the shade room saying that's not true. I'm not sure that this will be able to be used in the court case, which is crazy how much social media has an impact on cases nowadays. But it can't technically be proven that Tory was the one who made this comment. So a few weeks after Tory spoke out on his Daystar album, he was officially hit with an additional charge of felony assault with a semi-automatic firearm in order to stay at least 100 feet away from Megan Thee Stallion. Now, November of 2020 is when the diss tracks entered the group chat. This was more so in response to Tory's Daystar album, but Megan did throw a couple jabs at Kelsey in the song. In her song Shots Fired, Megan said, "You offered M's not to talk. I guess that made my friend excited. Now y'all in cahoots. You a puss in boots. You shot a 5'10" bitch with a .22. Talking about bones and tendons like them bullets wasn't pellets. A pussy nigga with a pussy gun and his feelings. Okay, he in the back seat and he keep calling me a bitch. We all know the shit I could have came back with. He talking about his followers, dollars, and goofy shit. I told him you're not popping, you just on the remix." And she threw more shots at Kelsey talking about how she got her chain snatched, and she said, "Watching me succeed from your knees, sucking dick. I know you want attention from the nigga that I get. I mistake you a side plate shrimp, stay in your place." In the song, she says that Tory offered both her and Kelsey money so that they wouldn't speak on what happened. She also hints towards Kelsey being too excited and accepting the money. She hinted toward Kelsey getting into some kind of altercation because her chain was snatched. And she also told her, "You want attention from the nigga that I get," aka Tory Lanez. Because it is later confirmed that Meg and Tory did have an intimate relationship, but so did Tory and Kelsey, but again, we'll talk more about it later on. Now, Kelsey, of course, wasn't happy about this diss track as she hopped on live and was claiming that Megan was just lying on her, and this is what she had to say.
"I be getting a lot of hate. Every fucking day, I'm getting hated on. Megan, you steady lying on me, lying on my name. I'm not cool with that. You know what I'm saying? You playing with my character. I had to get on the internet and do this because last time I sent Megan a text and I told her what was the purpose of shading me. Whatever your issues is, call me or text me. I ain't get no response. So this is my only way to shoot a message to her, is through the internet. Because I prefer to hash it out off of social media. You know what I'm saying? You slandering my name. You're slandering my name. You're tarnishing my character. Why? I'm a shrimp, remember? Why you so worried about me? You stated nothing but lies in your diss track. And you know what my issue is with you. You made me your enemy. I have every right to get on here and address this because you made a diss track for millions of people to hear, trying to humiliate me. I don't know why you playing with me. Because I can get on here and say some shit.
Kelsey came out with her own diss track, Bustin' Back. And she said, who I'm taking shots at? Bitch, I'm busting you. Couldn't control your little feelings. Look what dick is costing you. It was all good, yeah, about a week ago. Shout out Bobby Shmurda, but this bitch is really tweaking though. If I was the one with the gun, you would have heard about a murder. Said her back was turned, but the girl know who really hurt her. So here comes Kelsey, and she's basically alleging that this all started over her feelings for a nigga who is Tory Lanez. She's basically confirming what Tory said in his songs, which is Megan was drunk, she got upset that he was flirting with Kylie, and that's how the whole argument ensued leading up to the shooting. Now in April of this year, Megan did come out in an exclusive interview with Gayle King and talked about what happened again.
Had went there and we were just hanging out and I was ready to go because I had been there all day.
There was an argument and you get out of the car, right?
At that point, the argument wasn't even with me. Like, the argument was with the two people in the back seat. So I asked the driver to pull the car over, like, I'm done with this. And I should have stayed out of the car. Like, I should have not got back in the car. And they was like, Megan, just get back in the car. We almost there. Like, just get back in. So I get back in the car. It's like it's getting worse.
The arguing in the car.
The arguing in the car is getting worse. And I don't want to be in this car no more. Like, because I see it's getting crazy. So I get out the car and it's like everything happens so fast. And all I hear is this man screaming, he said, dance, and he started shooting. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, he shot a couple of times. And I was so scared. So is he in the car shooting from the car, Megan? He is standing up over the window, shooting. And I didn't even want to move. I didn't want to move too quick, like, because I'm like, oh my God, if I take the wrong step, I don't know if he can shoot something that's like super important. I don't know if he could shoot me and kill me. Like, were you afraid for your life at that time? I was really scared because I had never been shot at before. And I looked down at my feet because I wasn't even, the adrenaline is pumping so hard. I'm not sure if he hit me. Like, I feel it, but I don't understand what's happening. So I look down at my feet and I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm really bleeding. So I like drop down and I crawl in somebody's driveway. Like, I can't believe you shot me. And what is he saying, Tory Lanez saying? He's apologizing. He's, I'm so sorry. Please don't tell nobody. I'll give y'all $1 million if y'all don't say nothing. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you offering me money right now? Help me. Like, and if you sorry, just help me. Like, but at that moment, we didn't even make it to the house. Like, somebody had already called the police and it was like so many of them. It was helicopters. I was like, oh my God, we all about to die. Like, the police come and they say what to you? They tell everybody to get out of the car.
In text messages obtained by CBS News, Kelsey Harris, the other woman in the car, texted Megan's security guard saying, help, Tory shot Meg.
What was the nature of your relationship with Tory Lanez? Because he has led people to believe that it was a sexual relationship, that it was, that you two were dating. What was the nature of your... We were not dating. We were really close. We were friends. We hung out like every day. And his mom passed too. So when I felt like we were bonding over that. And did you have an intimate relationship with him? Like sexual? Yeah. Did you, Megan, did you have a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez? Yes, that's my question. I didn't have a sexual relationship with Tory. So why do you think he's putting out the story that the two of you had a relationship and that you're making the whole thing up? I think that he is trying to deflect from the fact that he committed a crime.
This is where she says on national TV that she did not have a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez, which I feel like did honestly come back and bit her in the ass. She talks about how everybody was arguing and never really discloses what the argument was about. We end up having it confirmed through the trial that the argument once again started because Tory exposed Megan and his intimate relationship in front of Kelsey, who did not know at that point in time. Now, a few months later in June, Megan did an interview at Rolling Stone, and she mentions Kelsey in her interview, saying that she didn't understand why her best friend would meet up with Tory a couple days after the shooting happened. They were still supposed to be best friends. But according to Megan, Kelsey's alleged response was that she had her back up against the wall. Even after Megan explained to her that she's essentially the only person who could clear up the whole trial for her. She is a major witness. In addition to the driver, but obviously she has more of a clearer understanding of what happened. She was sitting right next to Tory. And Megan claimed that Kelsey said that Tory actually thanked her for staying silent. Now, after this interview, Kelsey had a couple things to say herself. She reposted a post that said, when people can't control you, they try to control how people view you. And then she posted this video on her story.
If y'all not catching on to the social media games by now, then I don't know what to tell y'all. But you guys have to pay attention. Like, I knew this was going to happen. This is just the beginning, y'all. I know y'all want me to talk, but this is just the beginning. So, like, when it's my turn, just know I'm going to break everything the fuck down, okay? And we're going to see who really look bad in the end.
So Kelsey's ass was kind of hyping it up a little bit. She was just like, y'all just wait until it's my turn. I'm going to break everything the fuck down. We going to see who look bad in the end. And in the end, her ass ain't say shit. So let's just fast forward to this week on December 12th when the trial officially began. Now, Tory is currently facing a total of 3 felony charges, and I believe his sentence is 24 years if convicted. Now, Megan did take to the stand on December 13th. And she was very emotional to the point where she even said that she wishes that Tory would have shot and killed her so she wouldn't have had to undergo all this trauma and all this mess. Because it has been 2 years and this is still a topic of conversation and the trial has only just begun, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's stretching the fuck out. But Megan says that the argument apparently started because she was ready to leave the party and Tory wasn't ready to go. So when they entered Tory's SUV, that's when he exposed their relationship in front of Kelsey. Side note, Kelsey claims that Megan was the one who actually encouraged her to pursue Tory. And when Kelsey and Tory had their thing going on, Kelsey eventually tested positive for coronavirus. She had to go back home to Texas for 2 months. And during that time, Megan allegedly began her relationship with Tory despite knowing that Kelsey was with Tory, which is pretty fucking grimy, to be honest. And again, just makes Megan look bad because she flat out said that she did not have a sexual relationship with Tory. And when it comes to legal cases like these, all you gotta do is present some form of reasonable doubt. So, of course, the defense is going to ride the shit out and definitely pick out at any inconsistencies of her story. Megan also said that she wanted to get out the car, but because she was at a height of her career and she was in a thong looking crazy, she didn't want to be outside of the car. And the argument did go past just their intimate relationship. Like Megan said in her diss track, they did take jabs at each other's musical career. And I'm guessing when Kelsey and Tory fought, it was over Tory being with Megan. Eventually, Megan did get out of the car because they were close to her house at this point, about 5 minutes away. And that's when she was walking away. She allegedly heard Tory say, "Dance, bitch." I'm sorry, but that's just not funny. But it's just like, what the fuck? Even though Megan's back was turned, she did say that she looked over and seen Tory with the gun. She said 5 shots were fired. Everybody was just shocked. She did initially go into a neighbor's driveway, but the whole group drove away from the scene. And while Megan was in the car trying to stop the bleeding with towels, that's when Tory was allegedly bribing them with $1 million to not say anything. Now, the defense attorney, like I said, is just trying to poke inconsistencies in Megan's story. They also try to make this a case about jealousy, and they even asked her, like, well, you said that you didn't even realize that she was shot until later on. So how are you identifying Tory as the gunman? Which, of course, it could be a moment of shock. Who knows? Everybody reacts to things differently. Next day, on December 14th, Kelsey was called to the stand. Now, she was initially the prosecutor's witness. And remember, y'all, she said that she had a lot to say. She was going to break everything down, despite being the prosecutor's witness. Kelsey spoke to the prosecution in September for 80 minutes in a recorded interview. But despite that, and the interview is actually being played out in court today, I believe. We're going to see if there's any updates when I'm finished with this video. But yeah, so that's what gets me, is that Kelsey was initially on the prosecution side. She was the prosecution's witness. But when she got into court, she almost immediately asked for immunity. And immunity just means that she is exempt from suffering any penalties. This protects the defense from using anything in her testimony against her and attempting to prosecute her with it. But this does not mean that if she lies under oath, she won't get charged, meaning she can still go to jail. Now, when Kelsey first got to the stand, she was just saying how she did not want to be there. She was just saying that she recently gave birth to a baby, so she's suffering from postpartum depression. She recently experienced a death in her family. She said her mind was in the right place and she just did not want to be here. But I do feel like now looking back, that she probably just said it because she wanted to give the jury in the court that pre-notion thought that, oh, she's not in her right mind. So her saying that she doesn't recall to almost everything the prosecution asking her makes sense, because she's not in her right mind. Basically, again, Kelsey was just saying that she didn't remember anything. And she even said that the 80-minute interview with prosecution was not 100% truthful because she was trying to protect herself. Protect yourself from what? What part did you have to play in this shooting? But she did call the allegations that she possibly was the one who shot Meg ridiculous. She alleged that Meg was drunk and belligerent and was actually kicked out of Kylie Jenner's home. And this was when Kelsey revealed that she had her own intimate relationship with Tory before Megan did her shit while Kelsey tested positive. And I really want to understand why Megan decides to go ahead and fuck somebody that she told her best friend to fuck with, allegedly. And when prosecution brought up the messages that Kelsey allegedly sent the morning of the shooting, Kelsey said, I don't even know why I said anything. I didn't see Tory shoot Megan. I just assumed because I heard gunshots. And then flat out asked if Tory shot Megan, Kelsey decided to plead the fifth. Then when asked if Megan was shot, Kelsey said, well, her team told me that she stepped on glass. Which is just such a bad deferral from the question because you was there. Like, and when asked if anybody else shot Megan, if she shot Megan, if the driver shot Megan, if Megan shot herself, she said no. But when it came to Tory, she pled the fifth. Now, Tory's lawyer did ask Kelsey if she felt intimidated, if she felt scared, if she was bribed by Tory, and to which she responded no to all of that. She wants to make it clear, by the way, that she did not accept any bribes from Tory. And when asked if she got into physical altercation with Megan, she said, I don't know. I was drunk. We probably just bumped into each other. There are texts from Kelsey, in addition to her saying that Tory shot Meg, asking Meg if she should go to urgent care because Tory allegedly dragged her out the car. I actually forgot to mention earlier on that Tory has a past of assault, one of them recently being in September when he allegedly assaulted August Alsina. I think because August didn't say hi to him. And there's other instances of Tory getting mad and assaulting people. So it just seems like Kelsey is definitely trying to hide something, which I immediately thought of when she asked for immunity. So that's pretty much how things ended off from yesterday. But I am going to check on Twitter because there are some journalists who are updating everything that's going on in court. So I'm going to go ahead and check to see if there are any recent updates. So the latest updates are that the September interview between Kelsey and prosecution were so far majority played in court. There's 80 minutes in the original interview and there's about 15 to 20 minutes left to play. But so far in that interview, it is clearly stated, she specifically said that Tory Lanez shot Megan Thee Stallion. It also says that Tory physically assaulted her and dragged her out the car. And she confirmed that there was a conversation about money, but it was never explicitly stated that it was a bribe offer, but... And Kelsey's also heard on the tape venting to prosecution about Megan kind of betraying her and leaving her out to the wolves when all the rumors were arising that Kelsey was the one who shot Megan. Basically, she was upset that Megan didn't stand up for her when all eyes were turning on Kelsey, which obviously left Kelsey upset to the point where she may even throw the case. I'm really interested to see if Tory Lanez will take to the stand as well, but that seems to be the very latest update of the case, that Kelsey is being fed back to her what she said in the interview, that all the shit that she said that she couldn't remember. But in Kelsey's own recorded words, she does confirm, according to her, that Tory did shoot Megan. So y'all, we're just gonna see how the rest of the trial goes. I will continue to update you guys if you guys want that, and you know, I'm here to stay, okay? Just want to put that out there. Now with this situation, I did initially think that Tory shot Megan. My thought kind of shifted to maybe it was Kelsey. Maybe Kelsey was tussling with a gun and it accidentally went off. And now it's kind of going back to Tory, because also I want to know why the gun was even out in the first place. But we do have to remember that everybody was drunk and it was getting very heated. It seems like everybody was putting their hands on each other. Either way, it's definitely a bitch move for Tory to have brought out the gun regardless of what Megan was saying. But child, I want to know what you guys think. Go ahead and comment down below. Follow me on Instagram, ADMITS, Snapchat at Chrissyy Talks, 2 S's, 2 Y's. I love and appreciate you guys, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye guys.
She the God, she the God, she the God.